Now, the Department of Economic Development in Limpopo has engaged in what it calls a no-nonsense approach to the fight against the invasion of local spaza shops, wholesalers and supermarkets. Now, working with the police, officials have been conducting raids to root out illegal license holders, illegal permit holders, as well as unregistered businesses. The department says the need for the raids was motivated by the number of mushrooming businesses owned by foreigners without, of course, their local permits within the province. So let's discuss this now with the department spokesperson Zaid Kalla joining me from the Limpopo Department of Economic Development. And Zaid, thank you so much for your time. A very warm good morning to you. And I wanted to ask, when was the wake-up call to actually act very decisively with these raids regarding spaza shops? Because many people, even myself from Limpopo, we grew up with these shops, known shop owners as my friend, but there didn't really seem to be a buzz to actually raid and see if they are legally operating, as we're now seeing with the actions being taken recently.
Yes, look, I agree with you. We grew up with these spaza shops, and my friends were not there indeed. The spaza shops at the time were owned by locals and or South African citizens or ID holders. The intention when we do the raids is to check compliance, is to check documentation.
Zaid, unfortunately, we seem to have lost you there. And perhaps if I could just give you a couple of more seconds to see if you can come back to us. All right, my team telling me that, unfortunately, we've lost your disconnection. Zaid, if you're back with me, there you are. Please continue on with your point.
Yes. So we went and then we started raiding this thing as early as January this year. And we continued. And you will recall that we recently went to around Polokwane municipality to continue with the raids. And within an hour after arriving at the area, we've been to 10 different spaza shops or wholesalers. And I can guarantee you that the first 10 were all owned by foreign nationals. The foreign nationals had no documentation to be here. The foreign nationals had no permit to operate that particular business. And on top of it, there was counterfeits found in their businesses. There was expired products that were being sold within the businesses. There is also products that we have never seen before, that we have seen for the first time after entering those particular spaza shops or wholesalers. And this is a danger for our people as well. And we are worried about this trend because it does not boost our local economy in any way by allowing such products to be sold within our local municipalities or local markets. And we do not know where they are produced, where they come from, or how they got here. So we have partnered with both Home Affairs, South African Police Services, with SARS, and now our intention is also to bring on board the Department of Labor, because we are also worried about the conditions of employment for the employees that are employed in those particular stores. So one thing also that was raised, you need to understand that when they come to South Africa and they want to open businesses, they need to apply for a business permit, and they need to be compliant with the regulations thereof. There is no foreigner that should be within our borders and Home Affairs does not know about them. There is no foreigner that should be within our borders illegally. Open up a business, conduct business within our local economy, and sell any form of product to our people. If we are serious about developing the economy, if we are serious about creating employment, we need to seriously clean out our local markets.
But the truth of the matter, Zaid, is that there are many such incidents, not just in the Limpopo province, but very much spread across the country. Are you at all concerned that it seems the modus operandi of these illegally operating spaza shops are targeting the most vulnerable communities where a majority of the people are poor. A majority of the people perhaps are not even educated enough to know where to call or to seek assistance with products that they're not so familiar with, to check if, number one, this business is operating legally, but also, number two, if this is a registered product that is, healthy for consumption, that is, quality assured for consumption. Because it seems, I haven't seen these raids in our suburbs. I see more of them in the townships and in rural areas.
Well, the point that you are making is arguable, because I will then say, as much as we are going around our municipalities or villages and raiding this, working together with our people, because they are raising complaints that, I go to this particular spaza shop, I buy Grandpa or Panado with the intention of healing my headache. But in fact, it does not heal my headache. I think it's working somewhere on my food. And you go there and then you realize that this is not the product that we usually buy. But with the same breath, you can for sure say that if I was to move from Limpopo, if I was to move from my local municipality or from my villages, and then I come to Gauteng, anywhere in Midrand, or I even go to Sandton or Nelson Mandela Square, I will not find any store that is owned by someone who is not from around here. So they do cut across. They do cut across. It's just that as we work on service delivery, the priority becomes the people within our municipalities, within our villages. And the priority also becomes those people who are concerned about the products that are being sold there. So we listen to them, we work to them, and we respond to their calls. So yes, it's a serious problem. It's a serious problem, the mushrooming of these businesses within our economies, within our municipalities. And we will not stop as the Limpopo Economic Development Department. We are, in a way, hell-bent on ensuring that we go to every corner in the province. And we make sure that we've closed down the businesses when we're there. We have confiscated the stock that was sold, unknown stock, illegal.
Zaid, unfortunately, we seem to have lost you there once again. Limpopo Department of Economic Development spokesperson Zaid Kalla, just trying to finish off his point around what they've done so far in Limpopo, saying they have raided these paza shops within their various municipalities in Limpopo, and they have, of course, found that the mushrooming of these illegally owned paza shops and businesses continue on. But they're saying they are hell-bent to fighting the scourge. All my thanks to Zaid Kalla for joining me. Unfortunately, we got cut off there.